Yo.
Ngizaba serious nge-life yami mfethu.
Right up.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
White, ever.
There's this.
I mean, I don't judge you, bro, but it seems like when you are Judge Judy.
No, I'm not, my friend.
You're not Judge Judy?
No. Yeah, Chachana, I'm not Judge Judy.
We are Chachana.
Yeah.
Umuntu njani uChachana?
Actually, Judge Judy.
Judge Tebza.
Yeah. I want you to read this thing. There's a page that I follow called No Judgment.
On Insta-Dreezy?
No, on Facebook, No Judgment. So people post anonymous.
I don't want to read those things. I'm going to get triggered.
What do you mean?
I'm going to get triggered.
Why?
No, dog. Bro, I'm in a different chapter. So on...
What chapter is this?
I'm on a journey, bro.
You're on a journey?
Yeah.
It's chilling, Donna.
I was on a men's health, not workshop, seminar, webinar. It was on Teams.
Yeah.
Like 50 people.
How much is that?
I don't know, but everybody's cameras were off. People were muted. When was this? On Wednesday, I think.
You
And
probably
it's at
switched
6.
on the camera.
Uba.
You.
I switched on the camera and I was like, I'm the only loser. Then I switched it off.
Oh.
So I was like, anyway. But I mean, when I sit on the Teams or Google, I like to have the camera on. I think because if you're off, my assumption is that your attention is split and you're doing something else.
Yeah.
So then it dilutes or it weakens whoever's speaking. Because ubizi ngapha, mhlambe uyapheka, ubizi. You can hear it, but you're not. It's like trying to study, but you're also trying to gym. Your mind is anyway. So I mean, I was really trying to listen, and first and foremost, I appreciate the fact that they were doing something like that.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine had reached out. He was saying his sister was trying to get my number in order to chat on this thing, or to be something on. But I don't know. Anyway, long story short, I'm starting to listen, and they're talking. And I had an epiphany as those guys were talking. So it was two gentlemen that were talking in, let's just say, their mid to late 40s, if not early 50s. I had an epiphany when it comes to men's health and the guidance. The reason why a lot of these kids are lost,
Amachita,
ne?
Yeah.
Is because the advice they're getting is not based on where they are.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
The guy was literally shouting and saying, Wuti, these men are not accountable. They just are angry. They don't know how to manage their anger. No.
So Groot, you've got wisdom now.
Bro,
that's hindsight, Pelamanch.
That's hindsight, dog.
Yeah.
He's sitting and he's talking.
Yeah.
He's on the offensive,
Yeah.
trying to give men, and then shouting and saying we need to create a safe space. And I'm like, it's like every part of my body wanted to just put up my hand and say, one, what the fuck is a safe space? What does that look like? And how do we create it?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
So when you say men are lazy, okay, sharp, you're talking to people, Vele, who don't have spans, that's still living at home with their granny. Tell us what the next step is. Yeah. You're telling us our daily lives, bro.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I actually don't listen to business people that have actually made it. They lie.
Bro, but
those who have made it, no, the only way to do things is to work smart. How smart? When I'm
trying, bro.
Make work hard. You know, hey, that thing.
Omega 3, Omega 6, Omega complex, fish oil, I'm trying, dog. You must say pussy green tea. I'm trying, dog. As if it's me, I have no, bro. So this is what I've learned. Hence why I said I'm on a journey.
Yeah.
I've learned to go to, if you are, let's just say grade 8, ne?
Yeah.
And you're playing under 14 soccer.
Yeah.
Do you know the best person to coach under 14 soccer is an under 14 coach?
Okay.
If I took a coach here, Real Madrid, and I put him at under 14, the under 14s may not be able to handle that level of intensity.
Yeah.
Or the Real Madrid coach will look silly because there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
It's no difference than if I take a maths professor. Not every single maths professor can teach grade 1 maths, dog.
100%.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like it's different type of energy.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to these gentlemen. And I'm like, this is the reason why Andrew Tate blew up the way they did.
They did, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Literally. Because you guys, first and foremost, I'm 36 and you fucking annoying me. This is what you need to do. The problem is, you guys, you're no longer men. You just want to be out there doing grown folk things, having sex with, you're not even married. You haven't even built your father's home. Hi, boo. Hi, boo. I was just like, you guys are so annoying.
So what would you have wanted him to say?
I wanted to say, what you must understand, it's case by case.
Okay.
It can't be a one size fits all, bro. When I'm talking about mental health, I don't know what made you implode. For you, it might be financial, work-wise. For you, it might be family. It might be relationship.
Yeah.
There's so many things that need attention. It might be childhood trauma. I don't know what it is, doc. Again, the challenges that a 13-year-old is going through is not the same as a matric boy, which is not the same as someone who's 25, post-school, plan. These are all different challenges. Versus a 45-year-old man with 3 kids, a house, a wife, he's got totally different challenges. So for me to come through as a one-size-fits-all approach,
yeah,
and I'm like, it can't, dog.
Yeah,
it can't, dog. Because it wasn't like 7-year-old men that were rushing to rotate. We saw, which was the band between 16 and 26.
Yeah.
That was the band that had the most traction with Andrew Tate. The question that people need to ask is why? Instead of shouting at Andrew Tate and his this and his that, this guy was the most Google human being on earth. Why? This guy had the largest following ever. He was trending on every platform that he wasn't even on his personal capacity. Why?
Yeah. And people don't want to speak about the why. That's the most scary thing,
Yeah.
Because the issue with society is that we say that, or women say, I want to understand. Yeah.
Sorry. Ngibabe ethatha issue nje. Ngitshengisa nje izinto ngiyaxolisa. Sarecorda ngithi mnganami. Oh, sorry. Sanibonani guys.
I'm so confused.
Asibike langa vele saqala ngiceze ngiyabona ipassion yami ithi emotion bese ngilinde ukuthi because yabona le ngibabele ipia ngithi down fast ngizoshaya manje ukuthi incese
you want to understand men. That's the thing that we always hear.
Sure.
We want to understand you guys. Then they all give that one size fits all answer. We want you guys to cry. I'm like, hey, for a sec. So why aren't people listening to that young man that went to entertain? That's the issue of facing. So no one is saying, what is it that I'm not giving you as your mother, your sister, that you have to outsource
to
someone else
that I think is toxic.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at this person saying this person is toxic. I'm looking at this person saying, it's the same thing I've said to sisters. I was like, why is it that husbands with families are running to slay queens? Ne? And then you hear a lot of females saying, because they can manipulate them. I was like, no, they can. Why don't they just go buy a prostitute, bust the nuts, and then come back home?
Sure.
Why are they not doing that? Why would they rather take the slay queen to Sun City for a weekend, spend real time with this person, invest all this energy, time, resource into this person, then come back? Why? Why do you? No, you think all these men is because they just want to manipulate young girls?
No, Donna.
Men can manipulate old women. It doesn't. Why? People are not asking that. When they say create a safe space, and all I wanted to say is, what is a safe space? What does that look like? How do we go about creating it? Because women will say this is a safe space. Because the reason why women and anyone, why there is no such thing as a safe space outside of talking to a stranger. That's why people talk to a bartender. That's why people talk to a random person on the street. Because the ultimate thing about a safe space is a space with no consequences.
And no judgment.
Yep. No consequences and no judgment. Yeah. If you were my wife and I'm coming through and I'm saying, Guti, I need to be open and honest. I just made another woman pregnant. Baby, please create a safe space. I've just made another woman pregnant. Whoa! Consequences. I've just lost my job. I've lost my job 3 months ago and I didn't know what to say. So every morning when I leave, I'm pretending to go to work and I'm going nowhere.
Yeah.
So now they're about to repossess the house and the cars and the this and the that. And the guys are coming in Monday.
Are we exaggerating that women are like that? Or are majority of women like that?
Like what?
Like they don't have the safe space. You can't express yourself.
I don't think there is. I don't want to blame our sisters. I don't think there is a place such as this quote unquote safe space because every place has consequences. Let's say me and you are boys, ne? And I'm saying, hey, Ntwana, I'm gonna come to your place, so we're gonna dope, ne? And I'm just gonna kill on your couch, ne? And then you come through and you say, okay, sharp, we're doping, we're grandy, yabona kumnandi. And then somewhere along the evening you say, hey, brah, I want to be honest with you. Yeah, sure. Dog, I'm gay. Can you see what now there's already consequences to you being honest to me?
But minezum cheat. No. But that friend is not a good friend.
Okay, I'm trying to get to a point where, let's say, for example, we're in the pool together.
Yeah.
There's a machida. Now, my brain is not just going to be normal.
I'm getting out of the pool, man.
I'm going to adjust.
Yeah.
I'm going to adjust to that. That's what I'm trying to explain. I might be using pop examples, but I'm trying to explain, Uguti, there's consequences. Me and you, hey, bro, I need a safe space. Okay, sharp. Hey, bro, I just made your sister pregnant. Wenja. What are the consequences, man? How? What's this about? It's a penny safe space. So
are you saying safe spaces don't exist?
No, they exist
not
with
with
the
strangers. Outside of strangers, you don't think safe spaces exist?
Because it requires a level of maturity that 99.9% of us don't have. We don't, bro. Because there's repercussions to them. So when you say creating a safe space,
that's like Queen Malvana in the weekend. It's a proper safe space.
Yeah, because there's no consequence. If you tell that slave queen Uguti, hey, Lalela ma, I actually just got some other sister pregnant. So this is because I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You understand?
So you're saying a safe space is a space where you can be vulnerable and there are no consequences, meaning that the vulnerabilities that you expressed there cannot then be used against you.
Yes. Yeah. I'm here to express, this is what I feel, this is what I'm saying. I don't actually need your opinion. I just need you to hear me.
But hear me out. And I don't want it to seem as if I'm saying sisters can't create a safe space.
Yeah.
I'm saying people. A sister can't go to a guy and feel safe if there are consequences, and vice versa. The reason why my madam can come to me and say she lost her job is because I'll say, Isan, howdy, baby. And we'll continue going to Woolies and we'll continue having malva pudding. Yeah, understand what my consequences are. If she were to say she lost her job. She's sitting on the passenger princess, whether she loses her job or not. But if she says to me, hey, I kissed to John.
Oh, it's not a safe space.
Oh, safe space. We pay in safe space. Of course, safe space. So when I know John.
So why can't you ask baby, what made you kiss John?
Is he a better kisser than me?
No. What made you kiss John? That's it. Yeah, why usunne John?
No, then I actually will to approach it with that manner.
No, John. You need to sit with the lady.
I say I need to approach it in that the manner in which you're saying. And just
because what you are requesting from other people, you must also,
I'm not requesting it. I said because 99.9% of us don't have the maturity.
Sure.
Because there might be those extreme people that have that will say exactly what you said. What led you to kiss John? Right? There might be people that have that maturity. What led you to kiss John?
Yeah.
I don't have that maturity. Yet.
Yeah. That will be a tough one.
So I'm saying, Wuti, from a financial point, I am at a situation where her consequences, if she loses a job, aren't as dire. But I'm not at that. I'm not strong enough that if she were to kiss John, that I'm strong enough to handle that. So I'm not saying, I don't want to create about men's health and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, our sisters don't know how to create space.
All of us.
I'm saying all of us don't because of the consequences. So the word safe space, I don't believe it exists. Going back to the chat that we had about risk.
Safe space exists nabufundisi.
Mtshela ukuthi ushawa ummeme wakhe. Telling a safe space.
No, I mean that's extreme. But I just want to address that in MCs. Now what I'm saying, sometimes for me a safe space actually means what you said. For me, I tell you this thing, I don't want to hear your opinion.
You don't want to hear?
I don't want to hear your opinion. I just want to say it.
You need an outlet.
Yeah, I need an outlet. And then when you respond, sometimes I want you to respond the way I want you to respond. No, I hear you. I'm so sorry. Then it ends there. Angifuni manje ufake ezinye other layers. I just want an outlet, and then that's it. For me, that's safe. Because I'm gonna respond with something that doesn't make sense in my head. Already.
But who are you talking to that you just want them to hear you?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the.
You know, you're right. How did you catch jam? Who play King Newborn where the husband podcast? He was on Mapaseka's.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Mapaseka's thing. Mapaseka's like, why don't you guys cry? Why aren't you guys vulnerable? Da 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 da. And who play Newborn? Uti. I went to have that with him in the same year. Uti. A host of a podcast called The Husband Podcast.
Okay. Upleki
The Black Newborn.
The Black Newborn.
Okay.
So
I'll check that out. Shout out.
he says, look, Mfethu, men know how to communicate. Men know who to speak to and which people to speak to that create the safe space. I will not speak to you because you're a woman, I'm not gonna talk to you. I don't know you. But I know with my wife, I can have that safe space. So I don't need to open up to any woman. And he says, but men can speak. Men are presidents, men are chefs, men are everything. They know how to communicate, just not with you, the stranger. But I guess sometimes the issue then becomes the women that Amachita are with become that person where they're not the safe space. That's the scary part.
I'm saying, Uti, anyone and everyone is a safe space. As long as that individual,
not gonna judge you.
there's no consequences, bro. Because you can come to me safely and tell me that you impregnated Sizwe's sister. And I'll hear you and I'll empathize. And if you seek guidance and counsel, then I'll do that. So then I'll be that safe space. But I don't know if who does sees will be that same safe space.
Which brings me to ask this question.
Yeah.
Can you truly have safe spaces with people that you have close relationships with?
Yes, as long as those individuals, there's no real consequence to what you're about to open up about. So,
but there's consequences also as well interrogating what you've said to them.
Or repercussions or interrogate or whatever. Because look, we can have robust things. Because if you can tell me about you impregnating with his sister, I can still be grumpy and disciplined and what. But the consequences that come from me is
very less.
Yeah, but it's almost nothing. You understand? Yeah. So I can listen very attentively. So I've just created that safe space. I'm saying when you talk about with your partner in particular, where you want to say, I want to have a safe space where I can speak about any and everything with your partner. I don't think that exists, bro. When it comes to your partner, where you're saying everything, anything, I want to talk with no judgment. We listen, we don't judge. I just want you to hear me out. I want you to be considerate. I want you to empathize and love me.
Now I'm not a safe space.
Because even with the old lady, there's certain things that you can't tell the old lady.
I'm already now. What is it?
Shang stress oledi. Shang stress asalali oledi. But then there's things where you have to tell oledi.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that you have to tell oledi. The first thing for me, because the first place I go is to ama oledi. Oitu. Yes, sure. But I don't go to like Mataima. I don't go to first thing. Whether I'm wrong,
if you're wrong, are you able to account?
Yeah.
If you are wrong in that fight, you'll be able to come.
Well, I need to pay must fighter, need to start fight. So now I'm everything right now. I need everything right.
Sure.
Yeah. So but obviously there's been many times where I've been wrong, but on the other side.
Sure.
But I don't believe in fighting endlini without having family things. I don't know if I'm making sense. There's certain fights that are our fights.
Sure.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's certain fights that are family fights. So we need to be able to differentiate between our fights and family fights.
The ones you take to Ama Oledi.
The ones that we take to Ama Oledi. Because there are those things. And I think a lot of the time we believe arrogantly that we have the solutions to every problem. Country, we don't. There's certain problems that require the greater family.
You know what you're saying, man? I used to date this girl and she didn't have like the best of relationships with like her siblings.
Yeah.
And I used to say, there are some things that you think when you have the intellect or whatever to figure out, but you realize ukuthi by offloading them to other people, the solutions come.
Yeah.
Because you're not there, you're not as fiery, you're not hot, you're not emotional. They're able to solve those things for you. Now it's like it's a danger that you don't have people that are counsel to you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
For some
kind of-
reason she thought
So we've
Doesn't
been
matter.
convinced that it's just me and you. So we build our homes like that. We build our families like that. It's just we isolate ourselves. You look at the Jewish community, you look at the Islamic community, they're still family orientated. You look at how we used to do things family orientated. Where the Matota used to sit together.
Yeah.
You want to ask and seek counsel from those that have walked where you are planning to walk.
But I guess as well, in fact, you don't blame the couples there today. In fact, it's because the celebration of the coming of the two together, let's say in a marriage form, is in essence that one day. In fact, it's on that one day. It's Abmalume, they go back. You can say maybe this family is Lababai two. They met maybe like 5.
Yes,
until you guys are married. So you don't feel.
and that's our fault.
Yeah, we're not doing lunches together with the in-laws. And
I'm not even talking about lunches. I'm saying take the kids, drop them off at the in-laws and say, Ngiyabuya, buya after a week.
Yeah,
Ngashibisi next. Oh, gogo bajuluke bebe manzi. Must uyabuya must ubuya petty cross akona uzobadlisa u-shirt up, she cross thathi ingane yakho uvayo. We have to aggressively bring the family unit back together.
Yeah, and we're not.
Because it's not about having coffees and having breakfast. We have to aggressively come together. Because I've seen it even at work.
Yeah.
I see it at work. Someone will say, "Oh, I'm presenting to a client." I was like, "Where's the client?" "Oh, Nangu Tebs." I was like, "You guys are in the boardroom." And I go to the sales team. I was like, "Let's all go in." Let's by 4. Present when. Watch your Kulma City. Sorry, can we chat? I say a point, you say a point. All of a sudden, your anxiety goes down. Machabuzi question Nishai. Machabuzi says impete. You know, Chris Rock says, Guti, in a relationship, it's easy when the both of you guys are lifting a couch.
Yeah.
Ne? It's hard when you're by yourself. It's easier when there's 2 of you. Now imagine when families come together and lift that couch. How light is that? How light is that?
Sure.
When I taught, one thing I picked up at these private schools, a lot of the school fees is not paid by the parents. It's paid by the grandparents.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. The same way that in white families, the father-in-law pays for the wedding. Can you see all these things that lighten the load?
Yeah.
Pays for the wedding. Banbani paid for this. Oh, that engagement ring is my grandmother's ring. All these things. Oh, it's my grandparents that, oh, we live in my uncle's home. He's moved to England. All these things that lighten the load. It's just become so much easier now. Because we assisting each other.
Get married now.
We
won.
We won, boy.
We won, boy.
So engagement, white wedding.
What transport? Transport.
Mina right now, I can tell you, my 4 kids, there's 2 of Ulunga, they all at my house with my mom. So if my mom wasn't there, Ulunga couldn't be working now. I couldn't be working now. Can you see the dynamics?
Yeah.
So now it's given Amanda a chance to bond with her sister.
Yes,
it's given the other mothers to also bond with their siblings to bring the families together. And it's just a matter of just 3 hours. Just 3 hours. And then we come back, already relax, and then we all zone in. But those things are so important. But now people come to Joburg and they want to do everything alone. Dog, you know, it's hard, bro. And Tina, we're just going to keep moving past. It's like starting a podcast on your own. We're not saying you can't do it. I'm saying it's easier when Konu sees you behind the camera. When there's Utebza who knows how to production. It's easier. Things all of a sudden move faster.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's understanding that mindset. Guti, you can't do it alone, bro. You need counsel. You need to be able to speak to people. And then understand, Guti, once you have that counsel, who's a safe space in what area? You know, if I can't perform in the bedroom, who do I speak to that won't laugh, judge, break me down? That person. If I'm going through financial woes, who can I speak to that I know can maybe guide me, assist me, and point me in the right direction? That person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then having those spaces. But for me to assume Uguti, ma'am is a safe space, and I can say any and everything, good luck. Divorce kanje.
You know, you're right. You need to compartmentalize the people in your life. I think we spoke about it earlier. You need to, law, I can get to this far. Then law, I can. Because if you want your person to be everything, you want to speak about politics with them, you want to speak about soccer.
They can be everything, but I like the fact that you said to a point.
Yes.
So I think your partner should be everything.
Yeah.
To a
point. Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah.
But now understand something. Business, we can, because I'd like it to get in.
Yeah.
But to a point where it's like, maybe we should start a business of doing nails and then we just charge like our family. Maybe just doing our family.
That is the to a point.
Some say China Mall, Tengele to the China Mall, Namanda, I said to a China Mall, Senzenje Osis Bay Tunjela. That's the business that we're chatting to.
Yeah.
Where we know what on a good month we make like iklipa.
Yeah.
Yabona.
Sure.
Klipa maybe 50 randi there. Good month, by the way. And then Mase Chimini, you know, siyakhuluma then warm up together, mase siyahlukana.
I'm trying to figure out why, like the thing you're saying now, why are we not together?
What do you mean?
No, like I'm a family. Like the in-laws, this thing. Because as you're speaking, I'm thinking a lot about the in-laws and why Kapaya, we just don't.
Because we were separated, bro. Now we have this bullshit of saying,
sad,
your mother-in-law is so toxic. We've got that bullshit, and you have mother-in-laws that buy into it, and you've got daughters-in-law that also sell it. So now you've got a whole bullshit thing. Why is that such a new thing? That thing has to be, 60 years old in terms of talking about it? You know, your mother-in-law, the reason why you call her what you call her is because she's got a level or a standard that you're not meeting. And if you met the standard, she wouldn't be talking so much shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, I've seen it in my own personal life. As I've grown as a man and have taken on more responsibility, the father-in-laws have respected me more. So when I came in as a young talala, papa and like look at my cool jeans and my sneakers, they're like, mfana, once I started realizing I need to make sure rent umshini ogunduchani ngenze sure imoto ziyagezwa ngenze sure ukuthi kuyaklinwa lokhu nalokhu all of a sudden kuthiwa mfanaka Mlotshwa subizwa ngesibongo Mlotshwa ngenza sure ukuthi ngihamba ngibhusha ngithenga inyama. By the time I comes back from work sengiqale sengibasa umlilo ngiyathosa inyama mayifika nje ezwa ngiphungethe Mlotshwa. All of a sudden I don't have that father-in-law trauma that I used to have before. You understand? I don't have it anymore. Why? Because I've now stepped up. So you say, okay, Sharp, why do you have mother-in-law trauma? Because apparently so many of our sisters, the woke ones at least, have all this mother-in-law drama. Why? What's happening?
But also the expectations of the mother-in-law, Anton. Hey.
They should be high. Look, and her father and her parents should have high expectations on you. Because they can see the potential of who you are and they know what they want their daughter to. You know, so they should have high expectations.
Sure.
And I'm telling you, Guti, like any other human being, as you move up, you're going to see they're going to sing you praises. The problem is that, we watch too many movies and we think, Guti, when you come through, the father's going to shake your hand and say, hey.
I never. Why?
But that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. You have our sisters that have these degrees, né? And then they come through and they become senior at work and they talk however. And they think, Guti, that because at work people suck up to them, when they meet the mother-in-law, it's just
same behavior. Yeah.
Standard. Well, I respect her, she must respect me back. They think it's that dynamic. Can't you know, you haven't proven shit.
Now much you haven't proven.
They haven't proven shit, bro.
They
haven't proven shit.
Yeah.
And that's the whole dynamic. So when you say why is it that we are struggling to come together, it's because we've been divided physically and mentally. So it's hard for you to pull back. It's hard for you to all of a sudden usendele your mother-in-law if 500 uthi oleti awuhambe uyothenga ice cream. Umsukele. Let's say she doesn't like you. Ushayi Uber Eats uyoyideliver lapha kwakho. Mhlawumbe you know ukuthi she likes some hot wings. Umsendele ama hot wings. Fike lapha shayi ding ding. Usuyakhokhela. Bese uyasho ukuthi ngiyazi ukuthi la ukhona ukhuluma kakhulu hlafuna ama wings magogo. Bese ethi ngijwayela kabi namfana. Yabona umnyise ngebirthday yakhe uthi flowers wasend. Tshela umuntu omaziyo aroundini ukuthi mfethu ngicela ungihambele uye Pick n Pay. Nanti clip thenga ama flower unike lo gogo lo. Bhala incwadi uthi uswe kimi mina ngishuthe lesithombe ngizomsendela mina ngiyazi ngizobhala ukuthini. Akekho umagogo ngeke ebe soft.
Yeah, no.
Uzoba soft aggressively. And uzoba softy, netime azoba softy, malibona ukuthi how you treating the daughter. Daughter mayifike nayo siyabona ukuthi idaughter yakhona was going through the trenches. Zacile nama-pimples emubi. All of a sudden ingane yakhona siyisidudla ke manje siyaglow.
Balweightinyana.
Oh, sine-weight, sineyihlathi ingane la ekhaya, sineyihlathi siyaglowa, sisidudla sikustofuza. All of a sudden ithi time ya ngiyakubona wena usiyajabula usuhappy. Siyabonga Debs. All of a sudden, that's the thing.
Hayi, thina we did that well.
Yeah.
I just shine that. Thina masigana lapha.
Yeah.
The level of respect nje.
I'm telling you,
it's very high.
Mina bangifika eNewcastle itama lakhona ngiyabona shaya moonwalk. Mangithi ngiyadrive nje itama lakhona shaya moonwalk. Ngiyabona ukuthi okay sefikile uboy. It has to be. You can't be like not what's this father-in-law drama, mother-in-law drama. You're not asking the hard questions. You are just doing the same thing that everybody does. That person is toxic. I'm right. They wrong. Ne?
Yeah.
And they must fix them.
Yeah. They must. Yeah.
There are toxic mother-in-laws.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about those.
Yeah.
There are toxic father-in-laws. I'm not talking about those either. I'm generalizing. I had the same conversation with my brother around baby mamas.
Sure.
And I said, there are many toxic mothers out there.
Yeah.
Many toxic baby mamas. Why are they so? Most of them haven't healed from the pain you caused them.
I was about to say, sometimes the thing of the mother-in-law as well could be based on that. The actual son. This is like in the media. Mina lapha indlela ngizwani nabo. In the media fit maro ingosi mayengada die. Because now I'm going through whatever pain they've caused me as my own parents. So now I'm like, it's fine. The ploma limtholi ingosi limedi tlabona pele. Vice versa as well. Naye akafuni ingosi lapha kubo.
Because now
une issue ne old lakhe. Kuthi la kubongeko netime wona you're not a present father, you were there but you did nothing. So then what happens?
So if we're not fixing and healing, we can't expect the black community to get back together.
Yeah. And it's up to us.
If we keep going and not wanting to take accountability, I don't see how we can fix things.
Yeah.
So here's the hard part. Sometimes you need to lower yourself even when you were wronged. And you're not doing it for the sake of you. You're doing it for the sake of your kids.
Yeah. True.
Where you first unpack their pain so that once you're done unpacking their pain, then you can unpack your pain.
Yeah.
It's the same in advertising and media. In order for me to get a campaign, I'm coming to you seeking money for a campaign. Yeah. I first need to diagnose your problem. I first need to understand your pain points and solve those. And then in return, I'm hoping that you solve mine.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Yeah. Same way Moshe Ntombazane. You need to understand what her pain points are and how you can clog those pain points. And then hopefully she'll return the favor. Tina, we're not willing to go through that because all of us think we're God's gifts.
Yeah, and I guess that's why sometimes you find I guess when you grow, one of the things I'm realizing is I think as Ingosi, we need to learn to forgive our parents. Because the parents that raise us, some of them say I'm sorry, I didn't realize this, blah blah. They don't do that. So when as a kid you go through this pain as you're older, you're like, you should have done this better. So sometimes I always advise them, when as in faith, you need to find it in yourself. It doesn't. I forgive you.
I was chatting.
And speak to the parent.
I was chatting. I used to do family therapy, and I remember this was 2011. And I remember I was speaking to this one family, and the one girl was crying that her mom hits her with the belt. Her mom hits her with the belt. And she's like, at least like once a month, mom hits me with the belt.
Yeah.
This chick is like 16 or something. And I was like, oh, okay. And I look at the mom and I was like, what did you get hit with? One. And the mom just started breaking down crying. And the mom was like, any and everything. Shambok, bottle,
Yeah, fine.
whether into yokubonda, ipapa, pin lokubonda, you name whatever. How often were you hit? Every fucking day.
Sure.
Why? Because today ends with the letter Y. That's why I got fucked up every day. And I was like, you must understand, Uguti, trauma goes from parent to child.
Yeah.
So you getting hit once a month, out of 30 days, you getting smashed once. Your mother thinks there's a justification for that one hit with the belt. You on your end think that is absolutely abuse. Imagine coming from being beaten every single day to hitting your child once a month because you feel it's justified. Spanky, spanky. Is there no some sort, as toxic as we may say it is?
There's progress, boss.
There's huge progress because I can then tell you to the pain that you speak, you might use words with your child.
We're expecting someone here, sorry.
Are they driving in?
They're at the gate.
I don't know.
Check it. Check.
No, it's not anyone for me. So, but do you get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
You know, so we obviously want the perfect parents. However, we are not the perfect kids. And that's where we mess up.
And they were not perfect kids, or they didn't come from perfect parents.
But we're not willing to give them that grace. Angiti, we think that we're God's gift. I don't ask to be here. I don't ask to be here. So my mom needs to get me a Bugatti.
And I guess it's hard for you as a child to understand that when you're engulfed by the pain.
Dog, I'm talking about people who are 30 years old, dog. That talk like that. There's a huge sense of entitlement in our generation. Me, starting by myself, let me not exclude myself, and everyone else I know. We're not willing to roll up our sleeves and work on certain things because we feel entitled to. I'll hear people that will, something as simple as like a pothole.
Yeah.
The government must, I pay tax, okay, sure. But it will cost you 30 rand to fix that pothole. I get that you pay tax. I get that you work hard. Put 30 rand in there. Fix that pothole. I remember in my complex, there's no way that any public people drive on our entry. And there were some holes.
Where's
And there were some holes just outside of our complex. Holes.
And back again, what that means so much time fit.
Okay, let's Oh.
Just here, fit. He wants to learn about the game and all of that. In fact.
Oh. So I'm saying, Wutsi, much like the parents thing, ne?
Yeah.
You don't feel that you're wrong and you feel that you're right. I don't feel like I should pay for this pothole because I already pay tax. Ne? Sharp. No one's fighting you.
Yeah.
No one's fighting you. Maybe you're right. Probably all right. But now what? Maybe then you drive past it. Fucks up your tire, fucks up your rim. Now what? Are you going to apply to road accident fund? What are you going to do now? Now that your rim is fucked up, now it's like,
But even Yabana, that scenario, it can go in two ways.
Sure.
I could be even more aggrieved and be like, Yabana, this is even more reason why I shouldn't even be paying taxes.
Sharp, then you get arrested.
But what I'm saying is that
your toxicity, essentially, the sins of the father falls on the child. Ultimately, because you're right, and you might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You might be 100% right.
Yeah.
Your kids will be the ones that get affected.
Yeah.
That's what will happen.
I think, Mina, it's almost like, Yabona, where you must experience some kind of like, some people call it like an ego death, where you must separate from yourself so that you can see, Oguti, in every single scenario, there's good and then there's bad. There's your role and there's the role of other people. It's not easy to get to that place, unfortunately, for many people.
But that's exactly what we're trying to unpack, the challenges of bringing the black family together.
Yeah.
It is fucking tough, bro. It is so tough. mean, I said I used to have a boss, Jewish guy, like fucking one of my greatest lines I've ever heard. He says, do you want to be right or you want to be rich?
You want to be right or be rich?
Very simple thing. We live in a world full of egos.
Yes.
Where someone will say with a mouthful of teeth that the best phone to ever been made is the Motorola Razr. It's better than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And he'll say that. D500 never got better than that. And he'll say that. But if that person holds the keys to your fortune, you're like, oh, no, sharp done.
All right, Ntwana. Hey,
All right,
Oliver.
man.
Yo.
Hey, wena Ntwana. Ekhumula futhi ayisho D500 ayithi. Oh, yes. Futhi nale Razr oyivala kanjeni. Fake lana vele inyama la ungayiboni nje ukuyibona. Sharp. Give me my chankura. I mean, I look at how many times I've sacrificed for the sake of my kids. I mean, I co-parent. Co-parenting for me is, out of all the stories that I've heard, I'm living la vida. Why?
Yeah.
Because the mother is right. You have no idea how much pain I go through quietly and silently. But I understand that I owe her times X for hurting her. So in order to play this game, my role is to fix what I fucked up. I don't know if that makes sense.
100% here.
Whether I believe I was right in doing what I did is irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, Ntwana.
At this point. Mina mangifuna ukuthi ngihlale nezintwana zami.
That's painful.
Wena ojethu right uzoya ku mem or ex mem, the mother of your kids. Umtshela ukuthi no ngenza 1 2 3 because wena wait tops uzothatha ingane go back to KZN.
Eish.
Intwana ngeke uyibone bro.
But you know that thing is so hectic because then there's the other thing here. Happy wife, happy life. Sometimes those things in Vietnam, what you're saying also speaks to that. Which in fact, she's right. Yeah, it's fine. Just so there's peace.
But it's being strategic with that.
Yeah.
It's being understanding what's it. I let her win certain battles in order to win the war. It kills me the fact that I have to pay out of my own pocket to fix the potholes that the government should be doing. It kills me because I know that they are not doing their job. I'm a tax-paying member, a citizen. It kills me. But I know should I fix this, then the cars can flow. The cars can flow now, bro. Yeah, but
all of us, yeah.
So I know okay, let me take that shot. In order to. I've got a generator at my place. That's wrong for me to get a generator, bro, because ESCOM should be on point. I've got an inverter. I've got an inverter, bro. And why do I have an inverter? That's wrong, dog. Because ESCOM should be doing what they're doing. Either I can be right and say, fuck them.
And stay in the dark.
And then chill in the dark. Or I can be a loser. Yeah, bro. And then when load shedding hits, it's the Christmas tree, bro. I got glow apparently. Ngikhanyisa wonke ama light ngeyibomb. Fuck speaker. Yikho my light angaphandle, ama light toilet angikho nje sengathi ngikaka wonke at the same time. Khanyisa nje, ngikhanyisa. Nase garage khanyisa. Khona bazowathi lemjithi yapopa, lemjithi umnandi.
Yeah.
Do you want to be right or do you want to be rich, dog? Do you want to be right or do you want to fix your family? Like, what do you want, bruh? You want a situation where even if you're on a trip for a week, you know that both grannies are fighting, they're salivating to look after the kids. They both saying, let's allow, Ninga. And when we're relaxed, because you know.
But Senzenjani, how do we then lead people to that stream where they must drink from the water of being rich, not right?
Painfully.
By your sacrifice, though. I hear where Caesar's going.
Painfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
You spoke about putting away the ego, didn't you?
You're the one that must start the journey of fixing the family.
Yeah, but I'm also afraid, Uguti, that comes at a really high cost to the individual.
What does that mean, really high cost?
It's a high cost because also it's like ukunikeza umuntu iremedy, ne? Mm. And then when you turn your back, I careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Mm. And then when in your mind you're like, lo muntu, at some point I'm gonna start to see progress. Uzolulama, right?
Mm. Sure.
And then that day you discover no, this person has been spitting out this remedy all this while. What do you do then?
the family,
Different modus operandi.
the extended family has been doing that. My approach to bringing family together hasn't been a huge success, but it's worked. Every single family that I've ever, whenever I approach in a relationship, the first thing I do is try and find out how close you are with your family, and then let's fix it. And then we find one person that you're okay with. And we go from okay to being good, from good to being great. And then from there, now there's 2 of you guys and you attack the next person. Slowly but surely, so that you don't go straight to the one that'll spit out the remedy. So you're trying to build a real base so that they feel like shit, they need to be part of it. You know, because that person might hate you just as much as you hate them. And you might need to have your siblings or your cousins or your aunts to bring that person in. Because you can't do it alone, though.
I hear that.
You know,
and hence why I'm asking that question. You know?
So I know that if the father-in-law hates me so much, I'm trying to make sure her siblings love me.
One of them,
her siblings
to get to him.
I just before I get to him, I get one sibling to love me. Second sibling love. Now all of a sudden, all 3 of siblings, they just love me. The next door neighbors love me. Old lady loves me. The old lady loves me on both sides. The timers on both sides. Hey, Mlotshwa, man. Hey, that guy's amazing. My Lona, who's the poison. He's surrounded by
people who like you,
people that love me. So you know, my friend, my time I having a beer. Hey, young poor. 6 other time I say, I will do some more.
Hey, into grandly.
That's only right. Good to know you born. Uchalo, my time boy 6 that I've already won over. So that it's the same thing in media. In media, you might have a strategist that's the decision maker, the key decision maker for a campaign. And you're not getting through to them. So what do? You take out the buyer for lunch. You take out the planner for lunch. You take out the BD for lunch. You take out you take everyone out around that person that dislikes you. So that the second that they go into a boardroom and they have an internal meeting, and there's 9 of them in an internal meeting, and your name comes up, and the one person says, I don't know, le 8. It's what?
Yeah.
You don't think Kevin Hart is funny, bro? Come on, bro. You don't think Bernie Mac is funny? Now you're in a put no, and you try and double down, and these people are all saying no, bro. For the sake of the brand, for the sake of the clients, we need to actually go down this journey.
I mean, I hear you, Ntwana, but I from a family perspective now, I sometimes I understand why people are like, just new one.
No, we understand. Though.
Yeah, sometimes in fact it's like, I think the black family has got a lot of wounds, man.
Yes,
I think a lot of wounds from uncles, aunts, you can name them.
But you know? Debs, it's like the finance wound.
Sure.
Does that mean that we stop? Because the black family is so poor.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at the little that I pull.
Sure.
And I'm like, I pull more than my whole mother's side put together times 10.
Sure.
So if I had to try and fix that, know how hard I need to work.
Yeah.
Is it worth it though?
Some people say no, it's not worth it.
That's where we lose the plot.
Yeah, some people's like, smell.
Dog, you go to gym that one day, your body sore the following day, and you say, I'm good, I'm done. And you're like,
you can never give up.
You're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Because when one day you'll be gone,
then
your kids they'll be chilling with someone. And now who are these someones and what are they pouring into your child? That's so vital. That's why every single black child is always alone. You go to varsity, you're trying to figure it out by yourself. You go into a workspace, you're trying to figure it out by yourself. Every black child is always trying to hustle by themselves.
Yeah.
Trying to fight demons and battles by themselves. There's no one that's holding their hand.
Because of the parents and then the grandparents as well.
And the ones that actually have a help from their dad end up owning a tribal. The ones that have help from the dad end up going to Hilton. The ones that just one danga. Huge difference.
Yeah.
So now imagine if there was 3, 5, 10. We'd own cities, bro. But I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying, Wuti, anything worth having has been incredibly tough. So you need to get to a point where you need to put on that crown of thorns and go through it, bro.
Yeah, maybe it's because we don't value it. And I guess we've lost the value of it. That's why they say, when Umakoko passes away, it's done with that whole family. Because they value people coming together. They value their children, grandchildren. With us, then as it goes down, you're like, hey, this thing is losing its value. But you're right. If that thing is important to you, then you must make a plan. Because where you're correct is to say, like really.
I think in a zone that we don't know what the benefit looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone that you love passes away, gumngcwaba costs 30,000. And umngcwaba by next week, 30,000 where you're gonna get, so you have to go get them alone. But now if you've got a solid family unit and there's 15 of us, I don't need to take a loan for 2,000. I don't need to take a loan. All of a sudden, boom. In fact, sonke sofaka 2.5. See flex, tombstone be stage. You understand? But like, because we don't understand the benefits of. I remember in my past life, who couldn't drive.
Sure.
And my whole stress was, what happens if I like slip and fall out the shower? What happens? Now we have to wait for an ambulance. Ikar. I said, nah, fam. Nah. And literally, I taught her how to drive. Here's the thing. One day, guess who drove us back home?
Yeah.
She drove us back home.
So you didn't azango we shower
But now she drove us home.
Yeah.
She drove us home.
Yeah.
And I literally said, this is why it benefits me to upskill you.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
You can be a snake,
Yeah.
sharp, but I'm gonna make sure that I teach you how to fish. Because right now I'm overwhelmed. I am catching 4 fish. And of those 4 fish, I need to give you your 2 and I stay with my 2. I'm gonna teach you how to fish. It might take me a year, it might take me 2 years, but now I'm catching 4 fish, you catching 1. And as we're going, now you're catching 2, I'm catching 5. And as we're going, now you're catching 3. You know, I see with my boy's mom and where she's gone career-wise. Oh Lord Jesus, lo mama uvayile.
Yeah.
Our fair boy.
Yeah.
Fair boy.
Yeah.
And you think about all the work that we both put in on her journey and then the work that we both put in on my journey.
Sure.
So then she'll look and she'll say, Ntwana, so fair. Missing it, now sisters were so fair. But it was work.
Yeah.
Sacrifice on both sides.
Yeah.
You know, who's reaping the rewards? She's not reaping the rewards from my hard work. I'm not reaping the rewards from her hard work. The kids are.
You know what you're saying about this thing of driving? Maybe I don't like driving long distance. So when I'm shy distance of 45 minutes or an hour. Event supposed to drive an hour 30. You challenge, no. Why we want done? But you need to. That whole day I'm like a ninja because I know she's scared. Oh, I'm gonna have a event a boy. So scanning it, there's no way in Donna. Mail at least. Imagine why I'm drive.
The furthest she's driven was 20 minutes to work. The furthest she's driven was 20 minutes. Passenger drinking and driving and so drive. I'm shy. 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you have to.
I was like, no, because
you have to be in uncomfortable positions.
So I have to upskill you so that, God forbid anything happens to me, you can then point to our kids. And the stronger you are as an individual, the more the kids benefit. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And the more I upskill my mom, I upskill my family members, I upskill my greater community, the better it is for my kids.
Yeah.
So that's my view. Like the reason why the Muslim community is so strong, the reason why I'm a Pakistani, bro. I'm a Pakistani. I'm a Somalians. The reason why they're so strong, I'm a Nigerian, is because they have a community mindset. See, now we don't have that. But we see examples all around us.
Yeah.
Whether it's examples where people are doing it via business or illegal stuff into by shire as a crew. When Hambili wafuna, I'm going to be a CA, so push one. Imagine man pushing a CA by 6. Counseling in Ishaya, which is
Hiroshima.
Boy, never knees.
Yeah, that's true.
Never knees, bro. Once you guys come together, we don't have that mindset because for us, everything is competition and not collaboration. The black man is broken because of that competitive mindset. We don't have this thing of building together. We are separated with family, with whatever, as a machita. Asinayo leyo nto because mina mangifika ngetrans wena ufuna ungishaphetha mina mangibambele ingane wena ufuna ukuthatha ingane tops even more,
you know,
akekho umuntu ofuna ukubamba ingane embe clubini hlala u5 into ubamba ibhomu amajita win mfethu swine sonke next week wena uzodlala u5 bamba u5 mfethu next week yazi wenze njani buka wena ufuna ukudlala u5 ne yabona leli bomb yona i-security guard yalengane.
Yeah,
Sithi jump vele lithi bomb. No, my friends aren't interested. We've actually had too much to drink. We're going home. Oh, who wins? We all lost. But mangafika umjito ozodlala u5, mangafika umjito ozothi yazini, yabo isidudle lesi ibomb leli sibhakele ngizosibamba mina.
For nina.
Angithi igame lami.
Ntwana nangamthwara after 12, before 12.
Hey baba, ekseni.
Yeah, kadi AM ne. Yeah, kadi AM.
Bambi snow.
Before kusane.
Sisafika khamila.
Hayi ngeke.
Lalela uyibambi silverback gorilla. Uthi umntaka ma omuhlanga indaba unganandoda. Emethe mabethi laba aba blind. Hey, we're going to that table with ithi Christy Bay. Hey, nindawo nina sithe. Sebezwa ngathi babuye bahlale phansi lamajita nemabhodlela awasayida angithi khane befika bona sekapompa iChrisley Belly la
man. Why is it that the ugly girl is the one that is always protected?
Because angithi yena no one akekho umfunayo, so she's angry. So mina mangiqala ngayi ngumdefeat. Yakhumbula imovie Troy, uBrad Pitt mayibula lesi score. There's no one else. There's no one else. Sengidisamile. Now we know ukuthi labo sisi labo aba blind abayindawo ngoba nansi security.
Guys, I'm sorry for the woman that Penson is speaking about. I'm sorry.
They know that,
but it's their turn now.
Every girl, every crew has that girl, and they know. Every crew has that girl, and she's the gatekeeper. And the moment you carry the gatekeeper, we need to rotate, dog. I'm not saying what you want.
So next week onozobamba.
No, next week omunye umuntu ozobamba gatekeeper. Next week omunye ufethu. Dlala left back. Unzima boy because ngidefend it. Umesi Ronaldo beza kanje. It's hard, bro. Mina once ngayibamba le ngci. Nina niyawina. If you think you're better than the gents and awufuna ukubamba la, we will all lose. Maybe one guy will win. Then it's that individualism mindset.
Sure.
Yeah, but one guy will win, two guys maybe it's the same guy. That's why the rich get richer. It's the same guy.
When was I in that situation, Donna, where you have to get a share, it's a
I was in a situation like that recently.
But when are you young, fresh, and sing?
Wabamba Grizzly Pay or Wabamba the main one? Or one of the few main ones?
Grizzly. And the women were also happy because they now could be free to
relax.
And now they don't have to babysit their friend.
Oh, because Upo now Valama Chane.
Bro, it's about sacrificing for the family.
Next week season, you're the one Bamba number one.
It's a rotating chair.
Next week,
it's a rotating chair, this stuff. Amachita that don't become successful are the guys that don't understand what it's their turn to fucking wash the dishes, bro.
Yeah.
It's their turn to fucking sweep the sheds.
Yeah.
If you don't have that mindset, I mean, I don't mind back in the day, not anymore, but off the market. But back in the day,
you're off the market.
I've been off the market for the past 20 years. But I'm talking about back in the day. Ne? Mina before Scotland, I'm very to let me loose. 1 out of 10.
Uladi 1 out of 10
ngibamba ngoba ngiyazi uphethe i1 out of 10 iphethe ama10 kuphela. Siphela. Angibambi wona ngithi manje yini wena? Uzala. Ayithi ngithi Penson man. Ngithi wena man. Thambe. Chomi siba is like a shepherd dog. Yababiza ko chomi singematshela imachita bambanda on me. But low party bomb akakhokhi bill. That's a rule. Boys, you guys know this. Low party bomb, because he's sacrificing for the boys. He doesn't contribute to the bill. At all. Nina niphethe 10. Amabela cijila 10 ngayithe. Saklowa lezi zinto lezi. Mina ngiphethe fethi into by Ayi, Machita, sort me out. And put nje Jameson, ngangibuki. Select reserve. I see, because I'm working here, bro. For you guys. It's the same in the family. Imagine, here's that thing of waking up on a Saturday morning. Nkundu-chan. You know that life. Waking up on Saturday, Nkundu-chan. I must make breakfast.
No.
Who must make breakfast? People in the posse.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And mase ngithathi bezo nje ngocisha umshini. Babegijima in a tray. Babeke lapha. Thathi juice yami in a jar. Bayimboze ngesosa.
No, because that's part of
Mase ngiready ngisusi ngafune ngidle. yabona ngibeke lapha ngiqhubeke ngisebenze.
That's true.
I can't now ngigunda utshani ngingene endlini ngiyothosa amaqanda ngidle futhi ngibuye ngigunda utshani. That's not how it works, bro.
Yeah.
It can't work that way. Mina mangithenga igrosa ngiyalibeka etafuleni kanje. Ngiqhubeke nempilo yami. Mina ngizwe nje sekuthiwa sekuvuthiwe ukudla
Yeah, no, that's true.
siniphakele baba. Yeah, phaka ma.
That's true.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Hey, but that's the best feeling, ntwana. Yo.
Kunjani?
But ntwana, igawulo is ready, ntwana. Ufuna igawulo. Eish. And then there's no best. But you have
to put in the work.
Ah, you have to.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
The work comes first. The same thing with family.
Yeah.
People say, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Have you put in the work? Because if your father doesn't like you, go to the house, gunduchan every Sunday. Ungabuzi. Uthi ngizothatha umshini, ngizama ngithenga umshini builders every Sunday ngizogunduchan. Angumringisi ngiyazi ukuthi he's gone to church from 9 to 11. When ufike lapha ngo-past 9.
Sure.
Shawutshana uqede. 11 ufaka uvayo endlini. Akho dank ugunda utshani nama ibuye nje uthola utshani ufresh. Sunday nabo ethi bani ugunda utshani uthi no hayi ngibuye nje next week uphinde. Njalo nje nema ikere kuno usebenza utshani. Tell me after 2 months ukuthi uyosakunyanya yini namanje.
Yeah. That's true.
Uyabona ubona ukuthi no impombi la ngaphandle iyaconsa isebenza thola umuntu ekhande lempombi. Uyabona ukuthi iroof lana uyabona lana singathi kuyaphuka ukhande lokho. Njalo nje na mayibuye ekerke bona ukuthi khona ukukhandiwe la ekhaya. Mase ngishaya ukuthi this guy is still going to be hating on. Now give that a year. Do you not think that he's going to pour into your kids? He might not pour into you. Mm-hmm. But are you telling me that he's not going to pour more into your kids? Play that extra 5 minutes. Give that extra talk. Take your side when you're not there.
Yeah. Yeah. Always think of it like that. Because anything can happen to you anytime. Then what happens?
Dog, you want people to talk highly of you when you're not in the room. Mm-hmm. The only way people can talk highly when you're not in the room is when you talk and do high order things for them when they're not in the room. Mm-hmm. That's the only way, bro. Mm. So then they know, no. Mina ngisho ngingekho Penson is there building fucking mansions for me. So after a while, they're going to say, no, this Penson guy is something. Ngisho ngekho. That's the thing. That's how we fix the family unit. That's how we fix the black family unit. You can start with self. You can start with your partner. You can start with your siblings. You can start. I'm not saying it's an easy journey.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a short journey. I'm not saying it's going to take you a year or 2. It might take you 20. But I'm saying, the positives that come from that. It's the same thing if you start a journey of getting a 6-pack. You might not see nothing for 6 months, bro. Mm. For 2 years, dog.
2 years now. I want 6 months. Hey.
But I'm trying to say, if you just scaffold on that, today you started with 5, in 2 years' time you're able to do 500 setups. I'm saying, there'll come a time where your posture changes, your core strength changes. Yeah. There'll come a time where you'll thank yourself for starting the journey. You get what I'm trying to say? But it's not going to be an easy one. Yeah. It's not going to be a short and quick one. That's how we fix this thing. And that's how we create these spaces where we can be, as black men, be vulnerable and talk.
It starts with teaching the people the value of it. Because right now we don't have the value of it. And that's why we're not taking it serious. Because we don't value it. And right now you've just unpacked why we need to value it.
Black people only know the value of iskele, bro.
Nepiya.
Abayazi value yepiya. Bayazi laphi value yepiya. Abayazi bazi lento ukuthambisa khona bazamboshela intombi zabantu. Phela.
Yeah.
Abazi next. Azi mfethu ngoba mfethu kube phela bayazi ukuthi utshwala kube bathatha ispirit lesiphephula bachophoza umuntu bathi ngibe 100% badawe balapha. Oh, mfethu sina sazi nje mfethu like I look at us and I say no bro, like sengathi silimele at such a deeper level.
Yeah.
Like it's scary how hurt we are. Yet we're doing less than nothing to fix.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, if you can't fix it, then move away from it. If you realize that this aunt is beyond repairs, then move away.
Next person.
The next person. If you see the partner that you're with, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, is beyond repairs, and you've put in a year, 2 years, move. And then find like-minded people to build with. Because every time we try and say, hey, bro, when are we shooting? It's excuse of the excuse of the excuse. I said to you, namhlanje, ukuthi, hey, 2 of our guests unfortunately pulled out.
Yeah.
And you said, Ntwana, let's hit.
Yeah.
You didn't go, hey, brah, let's hit. So obviously, siyapambili when you have a mindset like that.
Yeah.
So even if I wanted to say, nami ngifuna ukuchill, the moment you hear that, does that not put fire underneath me? That's winning my sales, dog.
Yokuthola ntwana.
How many guys have I spoke to about wanting to do my podcast? You are literally number 101. But they have reasons why not to do something.
Sure.
Whereas you saying, I don't care about the reasons, let's go. It's raining, let's shoot. It's cold, let's shoot. Hey, bruh, the cameras don't work, we'll use the phone, let's shoot. Hey, I'm sleeping on the street under a bridge. Sharp, I'll come there, let's shoot. Once you have that type of mindset, you plug that into a black family, it's not fair.
You know what you're saying is so hectic because it means that even within the family unit, it's broken, like what we've unpacked now. Should even amongst friends as well. Because Mama Cheetah can't come together to build anything.
Yeah.
It's like it's a crisis in jail.
But that's why you segment your friends. I mean, you're talking about segmenting people.
I segment my friends.
Gym friends, you got your rugby friends. You segment your friends so that you don't have that stress.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have one person that I can do everything.
Sure.
Even with your friends.
Lento yakho ngiyakwazi uyako.
You're not my drinking man.
Share live.
Happy.
Share live one.
Hey, tlwele one ra wena. Tlwele one ra.
Alcoholic. Sis.
Hayi, tlwela sizo mfethu.
Alcoholic.
And that is an LT6 mfethu. Ntoze LT6.
Savumelana ukuthi ngizoshaya iyenekele mina naniphuze ibhodlela.
We can't offer anything for you, mom. Mfethu akunabiya mfethu. I'm with you, dog.
But going
You know
back
what
to
I
that,
wanted
to
to- yeah.
that men's thing. Sorry, now
Sure.
we've taken 1,000 years. I got so angry, bro.
Oh, cheetah, no.
Both of the
The
guys.
meeting guy.
Both of the guys that were speaking,
The second guy, what did he say?
they were saying the same thing because they were in the same stage of life.
Yeah, no. Bapopile.
They just at a different level. Therefore, they're giving advice to like-minded people on the same stage of life as them.
Yeah.
And they weren't giving generic
Yeah.
advice, where a 12-year-old
10 years ago.
Excuse?
Need for cheetah 10, 15 years ago. What advice are you giving him?
Nothing, bro.
Yeah. You flop it down.
I got so angry. I got passionate. I got emotional.
Yeah, flip it down.
I was like, you guys are literally telling these young guys to run to the most toxic, chauvinistic, patriarchal, T1,
Misogynist.
misogynistic, what's. You're telling them because you ultimately are saying from what how it hits my ear, not what you're saying, but what the words that come out your mouth, how it hits my ear is that we need to simp. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Because you're not telling me the benefits of your journey. When you ne? So when you say simp, you know the benefits of mem. So for you, simping is buying a flower. Because you know what mom saying a flower. Uzokuphekela okusitheli ekumunca umpipi. Angithi. When you understand that, look. Mina, these slay queens, mangothengela ama-flowers, uzothi ngiwenzeni ama-flower. I look like a loser.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna go to another nigga and look after him.
Yeah.
And I look like a loser. So I don't know where you are at.
You never know. That.
So you're not giving me the context
Yeah.
of what you're talking about. So you've lost me.
Yeah.
You've absolutely lost me. Now you're telling us about we need safe spaces. Machita needs safe. Who? You, 24-year-old boy who's been cheated on 3 times with the past 3 girls that he's had. Tell me who he needs to go to as a safe space when all he knows is being cheated on by them bitches. That boy is finding girls at Sontweni, cheat on him. Finding girls at Varsity, they cheat on him. Finding girls at Clapping, they cheat on him. Now he's looking at himself as a failure. He's like, I don't know how to pick. There's that. He chose a tall chick, cheated. Short chick, cheated. Fat chick, cheated. Skinny chick, cheated. Light skin, cheated. Dark skin, cheated. Enze njani?
So ufuna ukumtshelani makhuluma naye safe space?
Angazi ukuthi bemtshelani. Angazi ukuthi
You must carry
bemtshelani.
on, Don.
Mina angazi ukuthi bemtshelani. Amajita are misguided. They are misguided, so they directing people in the wrong way.
What is the right way here?
What? An honest, authentic way.
They say the example cheatile.
Here where you start, bro, I don't have all the fucking answers, dog.
Yeah.
I'm also a loser trying to figure it out as well.
Yeah.
That's where you need to start with being fucking humble, dog. These guys coming through like they know. How do you know? The first thing whenever people come to you seeking counsel and guidance is by you being honest and saying, hey, Ntanga, it's fucked up. Hey,
It's bad, eh?
Hey, mina nje kube ngwena kube ngiyakhala. Angazi, bro.
Yeah.
I mustn't act. Every time you go to certain guys at a certain age, they all want to be heroes.
Yeah, they all have answers.
How are you a hero, dog? I've just told you that the past 10 relationships, now you want to say, yeah, you're not the one of the thing is my son.
You don't have money.
You just need to make money. I wonder if you just made R1 million tomorrow. And then you drove an M4 tomorrow. And then you stay in Bedford View.
He's describing his life.
Wait, how am I going to do that tomorrow, bro? The reason why we can't take a lot of this advice seriously because it's not authentic. It's not honest.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, dog.
That's true.
It's absolute bullshit. But if a lighty comes to you and he's crying and he's vulnerable and you're like, hey, dog, I've experienced that. The time I tried to take my life twice. How old are you? 24? Yes, I tried to take it when I was 23. And I was such a loser, I couldn't even get it right. And I had a situation where we were honest.
Now we're straight. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, boo. Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm not a loser in isolation. Yeah. Yes, there's Negrotman who makes R1 million a day, who lives at Bedford View, who drives. He also got broken. Yeah. Shit. And he tried to take his life, and he was such a loser. He even couldn't do that right.
Yeah.
Shit.
What are we speaking about the last time? It was us. We should hear or was it if you were speaking about the idea of whether it's a camp yamachita within the family, whether no plomanje or was with Ulax, Lax. So no, we're going to slaughter. This when you slaughter, you guys need to be there for 2 days at a minimum,
Sure.
Slaughter vandag na chill and chai piaksasa, then you chow. But you guys are forced to be in one space to speak. Because I think one of the issues that we're facing is that our uncle or my aunties are from the girl's perspective, or my uncle from our perspective. They don't tell us the truth. Your dad will never come to you and tell you, I'm cheating. I want to let you cheat and I'm school for 1 year. Also, the hero stuff, no, you mustn't. So we need to have spaces where within the family, because I think that's where we need to start. Because you fix the family, you fix society. So really that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah, you fix
it. Not saying, because when people hear that, they think that you're talking about something that's easy.
Sure.
It's not easy, guys. It's just simple. It's the same concept. If you want to lose weight, go to gym, eat less. That's a simple concept, not an easy concept.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's like, if you guys can come together as the uncle, you start to groom these boys. You maybe you're like, okay, from 15 they can start chilling with us. I don't know, whatever age. You guys can come up with whatever criteria. Every quarter, we're together for 3 days. You can ask us anything as your uncles and as your fathers. Anything that you guys are going through. And you guys will be truthful.
The reason why they won't, going back to safe space, is the consequences and repercussions of that.
But then how we building this thing then get Penson?
It's so for me, I wouldn't go straight up. I would say let's meet up for 2 days.
Sure.
And let's just be family.
Okay.
I feel like for us, in order to open up, there has to be a first rapport, then a level of trust, then we can open up.
So ngafaki mandate ekuqaleni. Guys, your Plomages family, that's it.
Because kuna le uncle that thinks that it yabona. No. So manje if he tells you I'm a flow back,
you're in charge.
All of a sudden he's not Superman. Yabona. Malume super. He's not that guy anymore. Now he just becomes Ndanga. Oh, lo muzi ohlala kuwona kanti but it's your wife that pays the bond. Oh, le trans akuyona trans yakhe, trans ya mem. Okay, so uhlala in your wife's house driving your wife's car.
So now sometimes it's says uncle.
Kanti wena njengoba usitshela ngobudoda, kanti wena you only make 2.5 a month. Oh,
yeah, when it becomes difficult, see what we're speaking about. Who's gonna start this thing and do it?
Lezi onazo akuzona ezakho umema akuchithela wa meet up both times with 2 different men, but when ulana, oh, we see you, uncle. Now uncle must say
you don't respect him.
With my no lalele. It changes the dynamic because you're human. Now he's gonna come and say the same things that he was saying all this time as a abona indoda fayenze. hayi bo ngitshela wena ukuthi indoda afa yenze njani ngoba phela wena lapha ubhizi ukhulisa ingane zabanye abantu all this time. Indoda kumele uyakumuzi kababa kanjani ngoba wena uhlala kumuzi kamama wakho. Uyakunika istipend uhola kuyena. Yabona indoda hayi bo. Angithi wena ubhizi lapha kwakho wena uyafresh istoop we. It changes. Angithi people want there's a reason
It's
why
not a
people,
safe space anymore.
There's a reason why we lie.
Yeah.
Angithi I want to be perceived in a certain light.
Sure.
We all have ego, right? So I want to be perceived based on something. There's nothing worse than being seen as naked, bro. There's nothing. That's why people like your Kanye's of the world, you know, will become bulletproof.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's the same thing I've said to Nota or I've said to my brother. You guys carrying on, you guys are ultimately bulletproof. You guys have superseded being normal human beings. Because there's who can blackmail you and say what? Really? You got
I'm going to show you not in today's episode that you can't blackmail me because the most important thing you can't cancel me.
You can't cancel me.
Because the most important thing to me is my family.
Bro, people have said the most painful things, dog.
Yeah.
So once you have been vulnerable, once people see your dick size, I need you going around telling people that you've got 30 inches. Once people see your dick size and you embrace it and you keep going and you're fine and you've outgrown that, what else can they do, though?
But Marite, you said 30 what? That's
inches.
Yeah, so right, love, there's nothing, I'll feel any pain.
Yeah, but once I match it, I'll empilo and go to Pilang and Pilange. Angithi that's the ego, right?
Sure.
That's the ego. Once you can get past that, once you can get past that, then you become liberated.
Yeah.
Because now, what you gonna say? I mean, I remember with my high school journey, how many things I ducked and dived and made excuses. Once I was honest and said, no, Yakumbula, that time I didn't make this. I actually just wasn't good enough. That's why coach benched me. But then I didn't go back. Once I said that and I owned that, people I was like, bro, it was so bad, dog. I'm so shy and embarrassed. You remember that day when I got suspended? No bang bang kopela, bro. No ngathi ngiyakopela ngakubang bang. Like now those things are out, you feel lighter.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
Yeah.
You do feel lighter. Will it be easy for the first X long? 6 months, 2 years?
It's very hard.
It will be extremely hard.
Yeah.
You might lose so many loved ones. But it's ikhona le ngosi usiyakwazi ukuyipost. Singakwazi ukupost ingosi yami isina 9 asingakwazi ukuthi happy birthday kube ibe profile pic yami.
Yeah.
For 8 years.
I couldn't.
Yeah. Now singakwazi. Oh Lord. Those type of things.
Sure.
So we have a whole generation of egocentric men who have put a value in a perception. Now you want to remove that? Now you want to remove that, dog?
In that family meeting, Pella. Oh, that is hectic, yeah?
To men? Because men will see you lesser. So I would suggest, let's just spend time with each other, just to build rapport. And we'll slowly, organically find where we deem the safe spaces are. That we'll start saying, because we'll test it. We're like, hey, bro, so how do you feel about living at your partner's place? Oh, I don't know, bro. I think it's cool. I don't see a problem as long as you guys love each other. Oh, okay. Why do you ask? No, because I just don't know how to talk to a gent because that's my situation. Oh, I've got. Then I know what I said. Okay, just keep it between me and you. You know, just keep it. Oh, okay, no problem. And you ask someone else, and you okay, and you get that confidence. You're like, hey, Machita, you know what? Just to be fully honest, this is. And it becomes that. Then the 3 people that look down on you are going to be managed by everyone. Is like, okay, who are you?
Sure.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Relax, dog. This is life. Yeah, but
Sure.
all of a sudden, there's that brotherhood that forms.
Yeah.
You know, but it won't happen
Overnight.
dog.
I won't.
Because if you saying, Wuti, we meet once a quarter, what did you say?
Yeah.
That means, let's say 6 days in a year. Now we become safe spaces.
Yeah.
If I see you on the 6th time, you must be my safe space, and I must tell you, Wuti, endlini nduga ivugi. And I must outsource uputi ukuthi ezokhenika endlini.
Le idinga family, le idinga therapist.
No, but I need to ran away from the family being the
Yeah,
therapist
no, for
to
sure. And we
outsourcing,
did.
to outsourcing.
Hey, Yeah, I'm a psychologist and all these other people. They're solving things because the family unit is broken.
There's many people that don't subscribe to that because they've created systems where they know if I need to talk about a financial thing, if I need to speak about a relationship thing, if I need to speak about my kids thing, I know there's a whole.
You know what I always say? You know what TV has become? TV has become a space to solve issues of the black family and issues of government. That's what TV has become now. TV right now, the shows that we do deals with is about families not coming together and they've got issues, whether it's a sibling, you and your mom, whatever. Those people speak for the first time together on that day.
TV is the catalyst for that conversation to happen.
Like today, we're doing an online with UNZ. Lomchita Lona, Sandra Sake, he got into an accident. The siblings are like, when you're lazy, you're not doing anything, Set all of them together. And the Lomchita Lajas and Buffetting the pain in your serious because man kids and fit. I have a dream of that accident in fit. And loudling shy saying at Ngale Karale, Nya border every day. And loudling Ugyam Funugi board. The brother was shocked. He's like, I didn't know any of this. Like Bengazi, nothing. Yes. So TV has become the solve for issues of the black family. It's literally the solve. That's why when people say, trash TV, trash water, I'm like, yeah, I hear you. But that person cannot approach their brother or their sister. Who else do they go to?
And how?
Yeah, they can't. They speak for the first time there. TV, not first, the whole day. No, this is the first time I actually speak to him and hear what his issue. I didn't know this issue for the past 20 years. So thank you for coming through.
It's that thing you were saying of that safe space sometimes not coming with the repercussions of a familiarity. Because then the TV brings that person who then is that safe space on both sides. You, the person who's there to listen to Lomuntu that you've been neglecting all these years.
Yeah.
You know?
To try and also remove a bit of emotion
Yes.
from that.
Yes.
Why do you have Utatak when you've got when we are a black family? Why do you need Utatak? Why can't the mother come or doesn't? I'm sure I couldn't. They choose a TV. And that time the whole family knows who the father is. The whole family knows. Marbala. My guys, we're doing a TV show, we need to reveal this. They're like, at least finally, we can tell this boy what
As in and I've spoken to our parents' generation when I say, why do you guys take certain things to the grave? And they say, because their generation. And I was like, here's the problem, is that in today's time, we seek understanding. I need to understand why all my siblings play for the NBA. And Mina, I'm 1 meter high. I don't get that. I need to understand why all my siblings are at Harvard and Mina grade 8. I need to understand why I'm sitting in hospital needing a kidney and none of my siblings are a matching donor. What's happening? Here's the thing, and I know most men will agree. You would rather date and marry a lady who has a child that's not yours, knowingly, date and marry, versus raising a child thinking it's yours, but it's not.
It's the worst thing on planet Earth.
Which one would you choose?
No, the first one.
The first one. Because you go in there with not
knowing. Yeah,
and I'll date her and I'll marry her.
Yeah.
And I'll be the best stepdad that I can.
Yeah.
Versus Kubai Slima thinking that. Yet there's a whole generation group mindset that think that's the better way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Because they don't want to deal with the consequences and repercussions.
Yeah. People don't want to deal with the fact that I made a decision and I was wrong. People never want, because once you open it up, you need to face your own demons.
But you need to face the consequences.
Yeah,
the thing is that people don't want to face consequences, bro. That's why I'm actually going to go test takers. I hambo high school the whole fucking Joburg. Momtshela ukuthi mfethu asamse click sothenga ngeke.
Hayi mina ngicaba baba ekasi.
Because akafuna ukudila nama consequences of their actions. Mina ngitshela amajita mayiphuma eklabhini after a big night. Uzomtshela ungene mfethu to your banking app. Engaze ifone ishaye edongeni ngeke ngene in his banking app.
The reality of that man.
They don't want to see the reality of it. They don't want to see the reality of it. That's why even amajita they say I don't want to know about a girl's past. Because that comes with certain things, bro.
Yeah.
Everything comes with certain things.
Yeah.
And they're running away from certain hard truths.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
hard
Smiley.
truths.
Hey.
It's hard truths.
Yeah, I see that thing of going out. The next day we'll check it.
It's hard truths.
Hey,
So ultimately, what we're trying to say is that we don't want to face tough reality. So we want to live in this little made-up world. Babunyana. It's not that bad financially. Hey, her body count is not that bad. Maybe she slept with 1-2 nyana guys.
And we ask.
Something in your gut, Guti, she's on triple digits. Something in your spirit is saying she's on triple digits. No person does what she's doing in the bedroom without being on triple digits. But our phone was because you don't want to be sad with hearing the truth.
And that time you chose her, you married her.
You don't want to, you don't want to check. There's certain things that we don't want to do. We say we want to be better, but we don't want to do what is required to become better.
But before we take it to the next step, whether it's moving in or marriage,
I want to get jail.
Cheetah,
sisters,
angina next right.
Ngena ngizobona nje uthi angena uthi check letter. Incwadi yase African Bank. I-address igama la ma'am. African Bank.
Yeah, awicavi that time.
Awuyazi man.
Ngabona
Phela nawo unendaba phela. Sek. Kwamla.
Yeah.
Kanti inhlameni that time. Yeah. 128 hour. Hlila. Lapho senijole for boma 8 years. Le mali le 120 hour kati ku ngisaqala ukujola. Mhlambe kodwa ku 22. Kati ku 22 is 120 manje. Interest. Uyanya nje wena. We could have sorted it out.
Yeah. You could have said.
We could have just adjusted certain things.
Yeah. Uthi nginale nkinga le.
Mina nginawo disposable ya 500. Singijijele lapha.
Yeah.
Singijijele lapha nje. Ngizoyijijela lapha. Yazi wena yenze njani? Wena nje saver u300 at the end of the year, lo 300 sisavile sawuphonsa wonke. Mina ngiyawafula ngo500 just khona interest izomanageka when at the end of the year 3000 sawujijela.
But it'll corny this thing because I believe ukuthi if you withhold the truth or if you lie, there's a part of you that believes that lie to continue the lie.
Of course.
You know, because lapho kusuke now you're protecting yourself from the embarrassment of the truth coming out.
Yeah, but that's all it is though. It's shame and guilt.
Yeah.
So that means that you want to be in a relationship where it's only for the nice times. So you don't want to be in positions where you feel uncomfortable and you challenge yourself to be vulnerable and tell the person, doesn't fit in pillar so. That's why most couples, what they do is that something makes you uncomfortable. You guys don't address it. Hoping that it will just disappear.
Yeah.
You come back the next day,
But it's a pilot.
It's a week, it's a month. How? Did we not fight? How many times do we say that on our shows? No, we fought 2 years ago about this thing. What did you guys do? No, we did nothing. How?
Knowing full well that if it's not addressed, it gets worse.
Yeah, it gets worse, man.
You can own a bank. We owe a bank 500 rand. Ignore that 500 rand for 2 years. Ignore it. Just look away.
Interest.
I wait to 5,000.
Yeah, so we saw 5,000. Go again, ignore it again.
For sure.
We saw 20,000.
Yeah.
Ignore it. If there's a leak on this roof, ignore it. Just leave it. Just leave it. It's just a little drop. Penson, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. I mean, I say every time people say don't sweat, I get so annoyed, bro. I was like, try and take a fucking bath without the stopper. The small stuff is the vital stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So ignore the drop.
Yeah.
Let it go through the rainy seasons, come back and tell us. Stealing is a now all of a sudden something that will cost you 500 rand to fix will cost you 20,000
Yeah,
rand.
that's true.
It's time and time again. And without acting better than, that's the same thing that happened with my car. I bumped my car. I took the boys to Lion Park in December. I bumped the front left wheel. Okay. I thought this thing is not lekker. But I was like, you know, it's okay. It's fine. A car will handle it. Ne?
The car will handle it.
Like any problem, one problem links to the next.
Sure,
to the next.
standard.
And the thing about these cars, everything is connected.
Yeah, boy.
Everything's
Yeah.
connected. I take it in Feb. I had the car for like a month or something. And now they're telling me other problems due to the initial problem.
Yes.
They're like, if you came for the initial problem, it would cost you like 5,000
Yeah,
euros.
no,
sort it out.
standard,
I
yeah.
was like, I didn't have it at the time. They're like, okay, now do you have this?
When I 20,000.
So I was like, okay, can you guys fix it so that it can vie? Ne? Let's give me, Menyer.
Yeah, no, for now.
And I was like, but what's Menyer? What can you send that via email? I send an email. Good, because it's still at the shop now. So I drove it for a month. Now I have to take it back.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he goes back to the email and he's like, I get your verse. Every part is connected. So if you see that this is, so if the drop is coming here, it doesn't mean the hole is at the top. That hole could be above that studio,
Yeah.
and it could be moving across down there because the geyser that is big, that is broke. So you seeing the hole here doesn't mean the problem is here.
Yeah.
It means the problem could be 4 other places. You see what I'm trying to say? So now you just take sellotape and you just close that hole. There's a bigger. Is that not the same with our own traumas?
It
and
is.
triggers?
You know what I've realized? What I've realized was the fact that I think sometimes when you take certain steps or decisions in your life, you need to also change your circle. I think one of the issues we're facing is the fact that people make certain decisions that require you to behave in a certain way, but they still stick with that same circle that was there in the previous life.
I don't think you should change your circle.
I mean, there's some circles that are very dangerous.
I think it happens organically.
Sure.
I think if you start saying, you know what, I go to gym on a Friday evening,
Sure.
and then on Saturday mornings I go for a run.
Sure.
You don't even tell your circle.
Naturally, you have less
You
time.
you now know because you've got a 21K tomorrow morning and today in the evening you're doing yoga, hot yoga at 7 p.m.
Sure.
that you now can't go drink. Not because you hate your circle. Machita, Grandy, I've got to run in the morning. Then you go run. And then after the run, you go and ice and then you sleep. Ne? And then you've organized the braai with your family later on. It's got the braai olasi. I think you just focus on you.
Okay.
Things will happen organically. You'll attract what you need to attract because when you're doing hot yoga, what do you do for a living, my son? Oh, I do. Oh, my grandson has a company. All of a sudden, you're there. When you're doing those runs, you know, otherwise, Grandy, you'll start attracting what you need to attract and you'll repel what you need to repel. You know, I think.
But Amachita, let's make the example of marriage here.
Yeah.
And Amachita wako, all of them, 99% are not married, and they behave like they're not married because obviously they're not married.
Sure.
When umchita rausa utrowilo mnati.
Sure.
That's the decision you're taking.
Sure.
What do you then do? Because amachita wako sibale.
Sure.
Weekend siyaphuma.
Sure.
And umchita, I mean, they'll overpower him. Some guys, I think, they have to move.
I'm saying in that case, ideally, birds of a feather, right?
Yeah.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Muti, should you up Super Saiyan? Excuse me.
Yeah.
You'll just move at a different frequency, bro. You won't even find yourself there. I mean, I've been with gents that do these parties and then we go and we get girls. Once I got to a decision, it's not that I cut them off. I didn't. I promise you I didn't.
But after you made the decision, what happened?
It happened organically because I need to go and pick up my kids, dog.
Keep easy, no.
I'm busy, bro.
Yeah.
So think about a Friday when I'm actually like, hey, bro, let's link up on 6 and go drink. I'm recording, bro.
I shoot every Friday.
I'm recording, bro. So it's not that I cut them off. I didn't cut them off. Yeah. I'm just different, bro. And so what do you have after? I've got my kids after, bro.
But it's because you made a decision that the kids are important. This is what I'm saying to you.
But I'm saying, Wuti, I think we overcomplicate. I agree with you. So don't get that I disagree. I'm saying we're so fixated with, let me cut off my friends, let me cut off my friends, let me cut off this, let me cut off that, let me cut off that, which is great. And I agree.
Yeah.
And we forget, Wuti, the problem is you.
Yeah.
You the problem.
You are not prioritizing the kids.
You are the problem.
I am matching.
Because the same chance if they say, hey, bro, let's go have an orgy with each other.
I
saw you. I'll saw you. So you know when to say no.
Yeah.
So again, it's that shit, dog. What's it like? The problem is you. The problem is you. I mean, I've made so many excuses. When in favor and I've cheated, and I was like, because I'm cheating, I have favor. Yes, but who put themselves in that space?
You.
I put myself in that space. Sure. Now I want to try and defer and remove accountability.
The blame to Amachita.
Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, I had other chains that said, hey, bro, let's go watch rugby. Did you know that Diggers is playing against Wanderers? I had other chains that said that. Mina khetha ukufebeni verse ukuyobuka rugby, siphuza amabrendi, mesizindlu.
Yeah.
I chose this. I'm a grown man, bro. So again, I can blame because we've got different friends in different spaces. That's what I'm trying to say. Ideally, you want the best friends possible. Ideally. Sharp. Yeah, but don't ever forget that you are the problem.
It's you.
It's you, dog. It's always been you.
Yeah.
The reason why your mother-in-law doesn't like you is because of you. She liked you, her daughter's ex. She loved him. She doesn't like you.
So you're the problem.
You're the problem, bro. You know why you broke? Ramaphosa's economy. Khona abantu abathenga iFerrari F50 namhlanje boy. Yabhodla Winnie Mandela. Namhlanje kule economy. Khona abantu abakutshaya ukuthi ngiyabuya manje ngisala eZanzibar. Ngiyabuya ntwana ngibona Sunday. In the economy. Bona benze kanje they're doing corruption, they're doing okay, corrupt again now.
Do something, nigga.
Do something. Do something. We all have nothing. You know the worst part, and this is me again projecting.
Sure.
The reason that has held me back is the good excuses that I tell myself. And I want to be very clear. It's the good excuses.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I see white boys at gym with a broken arm and a sling, sitting on a bike cycling? Yeah. Do you know that having a broken arm is the best excuse not to go to gym? Is that not a good excuse?
It is.
My arm is broken.
Yeah.
I can't go to gym. I got a broken fucking arm.
Yeah.
He's on the bicycle cycling.
Remember also that there are narratives that support you standing in your own way.
Yeah.
Oh no, take it easy, take a break. Take that break. That narrative is always there.
Tina, all we have is good excuses. I can't go for a run because it's raining. That's a great excuse.
It is, yeah.
Because it is raining.
Until you see the niggas passing right.
And it's a lightning storm. Until you see someone's status where baqhelise umbhede kanjena ku-one room baqhelise umbhede bashaya ama-burpees. Tshela umuntu ukuthi burpee just done 500 burpees. There's a puddle under them. Just done 500 burpees. When ulele kanjena boy ama knicknacks ahleli lapho because uyawahla funa ubuka kanje TikTok. You realize that you're a fucking loser. Because he's like, oh, it's raining. Okay, I think close umbhede.
Hey, but those people are anomalies, eh?
No, but it's those things because that's what we say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
that's the good excuses that we say.
Yeah.
We say Debs is an anomaly. Then we will say Uti Uriki is an anomaly. Then we will say Tibo Touch is an anomaly. Yeah. Then we will say Uti Jay-Z is an anomaly. Then we will say Rick Ross is an anomaly. Then we will say Uti Bali. So also fair anomaly 8,000 my anomalies.
I know that you're not counted in this, man.
Also figure ungawabala. I saw somewhere where they said in South Africa there's 570,000 millionaires. Angazi status someone 570,000 anomalies wonke ke lawo.
So maybe around 80 million.
570,000 anomalies.
And I all correct.
When abnormal, all we have is abnormalities. That's all. Hey, bro, that guy's an outlier.
That one.
As a singer, outlier. siwabale abantu abangaqedanga isikole, abantu abangana degree, abantu abanganaloko, abanganamama, abanganagogo, singababala baze beba 1,000.
But it's hard. Look, I think human beings by their
Of course it's hard, bro.
Human beings by their nature are lazy, man.
Dog, it goes back to the
Very
conversation we spoke about risk. And I said I don't believe in any fucking thing.
Okay. Hey, Caesar's looking at me snacks, man.
No,
Caesar,
no. I don't think people are lazy. I think, Mina, we are people who are. I think it's ngabantu beitori.
Yeah.
Narratives.
Yeah.
And so the things that we feed ourselves with, surround ourselves with, they keep adding on to the thing.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's easier ukugeleza omunye umuntu than ukuzigeleza.
Standard.
Because then they're far away from you.
Standard.
That thing seems like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Hang now. Mina whole life, Mina light man. The thing you do. Mina, why I wear my surname every single day? It's because of that, Jam. It's a constant reminder to me. You're not just a small boy. You're a kibini. So that's why I wear it every single day. It's a
that's that narrative.
Yeah, it's a proper narrative for me so that I get going. So I want to peta babang. Fagi jacket yam. And I think most people don't have that in their lives where they can lie to themselves. It does not lie. What is the word I'm looking for?
Motivate yourself.
Motivate yourself. Mina it's that. It's my surname. I'm compromising. I'm separating the men from the boys. I see it now.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got a lot of childhood trauma and darkness. And for me, it works.
Yeah. We all of us have to find that thing.
I see a lot of people, what they do is that they don't embrace their shadow. Like for me, as if you're much at 10 and it's a fight.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I look at them and I say, Sebeng Shail.
Yeah.
Ne? I've accepted that. And then I say, but my demons is going to take one of you. Kununkulu esibusise so hlangana fucking kwaheli. Aziyeni madoda.
Kunjalo vele. You have to, it's that fight or flight thing.
Yeah. It's the same thing when we're at gym and you're squatting and you got 200 kgs on your back. And you got 200 kgs on your back, your Achilles, your knees, your ankles, your spine, everything is fucked and you're down. Yeah. Look, there's nothing that will bring you up. When I say there's nothing, your mother could be there, your son could be nothing. It's the fucking demons that say you're a bitch.
Yeah.
The ones that said that you weren't good enough. The chains that laughed, the girls that said you. That for me, I go, Sunwe nonke.
Sunu
nonke. Namhlanje Chimina was doing a snatch. Was a one on Instagram. And I remember last year this time, before I injured my neck, I was trying to do 50 kg dumbbells and I struggled and I put it on a failure Friday.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yazi in my feet, injured. Angakafika lapha. Thi ngimthathe lo 50 lo."
Why naye mfana?
Ngambeka phansi nje mfana athi angishuthe la. Qale ngavala ngicabanga ngathi okay, konje uyiphi lo msuno engibiza ngani nini? Grade bani? Standard 3. Kanjalo.
Msuno.
Yabona yena njengamanje ula ubuke mina. Ngisho semdala nezingane ula.
Yeah.
Yeah, ngithi okay, lalela kubuka into engizokutshengisa.
Why mfana?
Umkakho lo.
Thatha lokho.
Jela phansi bathi ingane zakho lezi. It's toxic, I get it. But I'm saying there has to be something.
It works.
So whether you use your kids, whether you, like when I go to work, my kids. Because my whole thing is, I'm going to be a Hilton dad. So I'm going to have a cap and, sitting there. And I just want to be that dad that complains. Yes, I've got 3 kids in Hilton. It's expensive. Oh. I just want to do that. I just want to complain how expensive that they all boarders, obviously, and I'm paying 50K a month for each child. Hey, it's a young number. That's what I want to do. So when it comes to like making money, that's my motivation.
Okay.
I just want to complain. Hey, Faith, I know funda like all the Oxford. I'm about anamali. and njalo nje bafuna ukuthi ngikhoku njalo nje ngesemester 20,000 pounds. Ngithole banginayo 20,000 pounds ngesemester. Anginayo leyo ma. That's what I want to do.
Oh,
So when I wake up in the morning, I say, I am blessed to have an opportunity, and today I could make R1 million.
yeah. Yeah.
And I could make R1 million, and I could be those dads. I could be those dads where people say, if I had kids, I'd never buy them a Ferrari.
We buying on them.
Angifuna ukuthi abantu besho mase nami ngithi I didn't want to. It's just, as ingane zakuconvince. Intwana manje uthengile PlayStation 5 15,000. I was like, and mfethu wazi and ngihlanganisa amakhadi ngathi fakani ku Capitec enye yayenza le story. Ngiphana Capitec nifake lana enye ngahle nana ama game 2000 igame umuntu ufuna igame ayi manje mafethu mina ngithola phi imali. Ufuna ukusho njalo ufuna ukukhomplela nje ngengane zami.
Kanti bank account ring intwana.
Ufuna ukukhomplela ngiyabona mafethu ukuthi ngizenzela mina. You see, like you're saying that. So when it comes to the financial world, my kids are my motivation. Okay. When it comes to gym, it's the demons. When it comes to family, it's my child.
But here's the thing, what's the thing?
All of this, I draw from it.
You're exactly like me, in fact. It's as per. So I have about 3-4 of the things that motivate me. What we need to teach Amachi is them finding that. Because most guys don't have that. They don't have that thing that is an igniter. I have to do this thing because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So how do we teach Amachita to have that?
Because they're not authentic in their lives. I got into fighting because I was scared.
Yeah, I remember I did same. Yeah.
People are like, what does that mean? Because all these guys act as if. There's two big lies that guys talk about. How good they are in bed and their ability to fight. All the time, because it's a male ego. But that's not a true reflection. So I unpacked that by saying, let me go to a fighting gym. So I was in Grahamstown and I said, they do boxing and Lokshine, let me go. Playing first team rugby, big boy, 90 kgs, sharp, let me go. Sharp. Bang ngenzani ngenduku. Hey baba, bang trapa. Then you realize, hey, I'm just a bitch.
Yeah.
I know how to bicep curl. Ne? I know to bicep curl, I know how to bench press. Kodwa mase kushaya one into ngempela. Yekade bengitinyela amajita. You know what happens to your ego, bro? Now you have to go back home. It's remember, how was it?
Save space ngapha.
So ngicabanga ukuthi phela now she needs me as a protector. I was like, no, it was fine. It was fine. Can I come watch your fight, your first fight? Hey mana wena. Oh, ngijazi ukuthi amajita abosisa bavunyelwanga. Now, all these guys have their girls there and their moms and their grannies. But I learned that. And I was vulnerable enough where I realized, I went from where I thought I was to the reality that I was, and then slowly started getting better.
Yeah, that thing is the best. Moringa, so reminded me of, because the time when I'm whispering about it outside.
Yeah.
Like anything that guy can do. I remember sending the maid. I don't know what the chore was, man. Whether it was drilling or some man thing. I don't know what it was, but it was manly stuff.
Yeah, you have to fix it.
You're the so-called man. Are you not the man? I wasn't la. Because I'm safe space. At least I've got that advantage.
Yeah.
It's safe space.
Yeah.
She hasn't used anything that I've said against me.
Sure.
Yeah. So
the things that you've said don't have consequences.
No, they do.
To her.
Yeah, I've told her the deepest secret.
No, I'm not talking about the secrets.
Yeah.
I'm talking about consequences to her. I
haven't. I can speak my things.
Oh.
I can meet her. So what I know you wear maga.
Okay.
Mara Penson that. No. I haven't said every single thing. No, that's impossible. No. Remember, as a human being, there is you, like truly you.
Truly you.
Yeah, we won. There's your truth.
Yes.
And then Mangtang and now going to truth in yan. 1.5%.
No, it wasn't
trading. I forgot what it was.
Expose it, but it was something manly.
Something manly, you know. And you know, la. I'm joke. It's a weird situation. I'm telling you. And literally ngathi ayisebenzi. Mara, as I'm talking, you want to know, just be truthful, man. Like, hey, for sake, that's the best. Actually, I think let me ngicave. Ne? So it is so. If you emotion letole, ucave good letole angicave. My emotion it's okay. Ungangilahi. Ayalaha.
Live.
Laha. Ah, then ngaforce ntwana ngayimosha vele.
Now you have to.
Ngayimosha. Mara sengicreate safe space manje ngithi. I took out that I said that I am not good at this thing. So let's neutralize it. That's like pale. Because I'm the so-called man and it. I must be able to fix this thing.
Can I tell you why you can get away with that?
Sure.
Because you are so strong in other areas.
Ish.
If you're weak in terms of financially, mentally, if you're weak and you can't do that,
Ish, that's the worst thing.
it's over, bro. It's over. I think a lot of the reason why I have gotten away with certain things, I'll say, I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't iron. The only reason why I get away with that is
another
because,
superpower. The thing we
because,
speak about.
because the other superpower is strong enough to cover those things. But if I could say, Guti, I don't cook, I don't clean, and wash, against loads, and mangifika nje endlini, into enjengenza nje ukuthi ngifake i-bonds bami heating. If I didn't have another superpower, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's absolutely over.
Yeah.
So that's why you can make those jokes. No memehleke kube mnandi.
Yeah.
Because she knows ukuthi you can go and call someone and get it done. And that's one of the things that I think guys also need to understand. Which you find what your superpower is. You know.
This is our third time speaking about superpower on this podcast.
Is it?
Yeah. We always speak about it. Find the thing you're good at, bro.
But I'm actually that don't. And I want to go back to that risk thing. Sorry, I don't know how much time we have, sis.
Yeah.
I was saying with going back to that risk thing. I think a lot of us, I agree, we're not lazy. We just misguided.
Yeah.
And in terms of we are all lazy with things that we're not strong at and we don't like. And we all are hard workers on things that we are strong at and we like.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't know what those things are. And we don't know how to monetize them efficiently. And I think all we need to do is try to identify things that we like, happen to be good at, and then find ways to monetize. What's the word? Monetize, thank you. And then to scale.
Yeah.
That's it. This is great.
Yeah.
That's our challenge, though. And then where's the risk there? Where's the risk? I said it time and time again. I don't believe there's such a thing as risk. I don't think it exists.
Yeah.
I just think it's natural progression.
Yeah.
I think it's just one step to another. I don't think a kid that finishes grade 8 that goes to grade 9 is taking a risk. I don't see it as a risk. I think someone who goes from grade 10 to grade 11 is not taking a risk. I think for the majority of kids who have passed their matric well and going to university are not taking a risk.
Yeah, it's not a risk because a lot of you can do it. A risk is something that a lot of people can't do.
What does that even mean?
No graduate. If
So,
millions go from grade 9 to grade 10, 90% goes there. I'm gonna risk.
But I'm saying,
a lot of you will do it.
So what is it that you say as with Tebza? Tebza is taking a risk. If anything, if you say you're taking a risk here, I'll say you're being stupid. I think you're taking a stupid. I don't think there's a risk, bro. I think it's just a natural progression. Because Tina, here's the thing. As I said, we don't see the yolk or the embryo developing inside the egg. We just see it when it cracks. That's all it is. We just see it when it cracks. So we don't know the time spent. So many people, we don't see the time that they work on their craft. We only see them. You see these people saying, these influencers, they're so useless, they're so this, are they taking jobs from...
Look at them 10 years back.
This chick has honors in drama that she got from UCT. Did you know that? Did you know that she's done theatre for 6 years? Did you know that? Did you know, Guti, she actually works in the media space while doing theatre and she's at the Joburg Watwati and now she ran a campaign for this and that's how she got into an influencer. Did you know that? No, you didn't. You only knew her from that one ad. And then she blew up on TikTok. And then now you think, Guti, she doesn't deserve to be here because she's just dancing. You don't know her journey, bro. You have no idea. You just think that she just decided to blow up on TikTok that one time. You have no idea what people are putting, the work that they're putting behind closed doors. You're just going from when they crack the shell in your world Because
They know about
big,
from
they
that.
might have been big in some other person's way. If you think about T.I. when he's saying what he was already selling thousands of albums at the
From his boots.
The same thing with McNeil selling thousands. Those guys were already popping in Philly before the rest of us knew. So they were big enough to attract a certain eye.
Tyler Perry with theaters. Theaters
Bro,
were always packed.
Have you heard the story about the Beatles? And how if you heard the story, they were playing every night for like 5 years in a row. Until such time where someone saw them and said, "Hey, come to the States." So if you're playing every night, let's just say out of 30 days you're playing 20 of the year, 10 months, 200 nights a year. Do you know what you look like after playing and performing 200 nights in a year? Times that by 5. You've performed 1,000 times. Then you say to someone, "Hey, there's a talent show. There's a talent show that we want you to." This person's performed at funerals, at weddings, at high schools, at graduations. That person's did it. You know, TD Jake speaks about that. He's preached to trees and to grass and to squirrels and he's done his 10,000 hours times 5. Now you're saying, "Hey, bruh, we need you to just take a risk and perform in front of."
But how then do we how do we make that an attractive narrative for people?
What?
The process.
Remove the word lazy. Remove the word risk, because risk speaks to if I fall and slip.
No, don't even use that word, Penson. No, don't even use that word. No,
here's the thing. Let's go back to when you said you don't look up to certain people who are at a certain level because they don't tell you the next step. I'm in grade 8, bro.
Yeah.
So if I'm busy listening to a person who's in their honors, I don't know what it takes to go from grade 8 to grade 9.
Yeah.
From grade 9 to grade 10. From grade 10 to grade 11. I say, I want to try honors. I might miss certain things, dog.
You're going to miss certain things.
And here's the thing. I might miss the crucial part of it. There's no baby that goes from sitting down and then all of a sudden they're sprinting.
Yeah.
They have to crawl. And there is the development. There. Actually meaning you have to go from 5 kgs to 6 kgs, 7. Because if you say you're taking a risk, we're not chimango 10. We should also 10 bambo 50. What's going to happen to your body? Uzolimala, bro. Uzolimala.
Yeah.
So I don't call that taking a risk. I call that taking stupidity. There's natural progression. To someone who hasn't seen you in 2 years, that left you doing 10 kgs, they haven't seen you in 2 years. Ne? Now, next thing they see you carrying a 30. Antonio, raise up, boy. Yeah, but you haven't seen what I've been doing.
2 years now. Yeah.
You haven't seen what I've been doing, dog. All of a sudden, hey, bro, so manje, ufaku 10,000 lo mchito resayo. Ubani lo mchito lo? Omutanga. Oh, his name is Usain Bolt. Hey, wakuphi? From Jamaica. Batlu banana. Upop Mali. Ufake imali kupop Mali. Yeah, but it's not a risk for me because I know who Usain Bolt is.
Let's take out the word risk. I hear you. Why aren't people just able to do it, man? Like
what?
Now we are consistent with Ngama Friday.
Yeah.
We are so span, no matter what.
Sure.
Monday, Tuesday, Shesaya, Pen.
Sure.
This whole week we've been filming.
Sure.
How do we teach people for them to have that mentality of, in fact, you must just do this thing, man?
Because they're looking at the wrong places, bruh.
Yeah.
Because again, your talent is to be a great tennis player, but you're busy banging your head at golf and banging your head at jiva and singing. Because the whole cool thing now is about DJ. That's the thing now. So now all of a sudden I'm moving you away from what God has given you and blessed you. The thing is, what people need to do is find what they like.
Yeah. I get what you like, it's done.
Because let's say you find 5 things that you like. And of the 5 things that you like, maybe 2 you're good at. And of the 2, maybe 1 you can find a way to monetize.
Effortlessly, yeah.
That's why you have these kids that are doing online gaming, making tawas.
Yeah.
Or go Twitch, man, whatever that thing is. Because now he's seeing, I'm already playing for so many hours, playing 50 hours a week. I'm already playing for 50 hours a week. And I've seen, amajita wonke around in FIFA mashango 10-0. Manje ngiyadlala online nama-China, no ngiyawatinyela. Manje ngidlala nabantu ngiyabatinyela. Awuthi ngifake icamera la ngithi online. Ngibona ukuthi ngizogcina phi. Kudlu million within nje. iskashana because I like this. I'm going to be good at it. People just don't know what that is because they've been told ukuthi the only way that you can monetize is through scale.
Yeah, you guys crazy with Casper. When you see him now, you're gonna say overnight. I was telling you that game. I tell you,
PlayStation 1, FIFA 98. You weren't there, part of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell us now that he took a risk by starting. You weren't there at FIFA 98. You weren't there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
You've never been there. You're just telling us now because you seen the egg crack.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with this thing. This whole risk thing. And the reason, because we misguided, because the only way that you can have money is by becoming an accountant or an engineer or a doctor.
Yeah.
Anything else, you're a loser. So it's understanding. I'm not saying don't go study those professions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying while you're doing those things that you've been conditioned in the world, whatever, find the things that you like and you're good at and start pushing those things.
Yeah.
And no one is saying what you buy the cameras and buying what. We're just saying what's the next progression from where you are to the next thing. Oh, I love singing and I think I'm good at it and I've been told. Sharp. You know what? Because we are Sunday every Sunday. The next step is how join choir is Sunday. I'm going to afford the engineering and still not look. How join choir now.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I always say, I think the purpose of every human being is to express their God-given talent to the world.
Yes.
Like, that's why we all exist.
And that's where your treasure is.
To express this thing and give it to the world. Take this thing to the world, and that's it.
That's where your treasure is.
Yeah.
Unjani sis? Are we closing? What do you want? Oh, I'm
You want to toast?
Debs, let's go home to our families, bro.
Yeah,
To our families. Sorry.
What's
You
the
wanted me
time?
to read something. Let me just read it before, and then we can go. Sorry, because now you're gonna see in the comments. I didn't read this thing. Chakutshwala.
Oh, chakutshwala kanti.
Bazisho njalo. Bazisho chakutshwala. Hi Z, am I reading aloud?
Yeah,
Please hide my identity. I had an affair with my boss and got pregnant in the process. The boss's wife is part of management at work. So she's been making my life a living hell. When she found out about the affair, she wanted me to get fired, but I'm a valuable asset at the company, so the boss didn't fire me. Well, and you give the boss quiet. so she's a valuable asset. Yes, so sorry, I'm stealing your puns. I do not report directly to the boss's wife, but she interferes a lot. She complains about my dress code and how I walk. Shutula, girl. Shutula.
So Rupempera again.
Where's the cleavage? Where's the ears? Hey, she doesn't want me to talk to her husband directly about work stuff. The affair ended before the child was born. So I don't understand why Indo.
It's done. I don't understand why.
I'm
She's saying
come about. He's always on my case. Also, like I had an affair. Very different meetings. Women are like generally, generalize
Sure.
in terms of accountability. They don't even know how that word looks like. They hate it. It's like it's disgusting to them. Mundo's first is gonna be like, oh my god, a woman only has a child when she wants to have a child.
Yes. Yeah, I know that. That's true.
Because
No, that one is true.
Yeah.
woman will look at you in the face and say, I don't even want to talk to you, you disgust me. Let's say you break past that. Okay, let's go do dinner. Let's say you get past that. You're in the bedroom. If condom. Actually, I'm not even about that. Let's say you break past that. She's on the pill. She's on the loop. She's on the Let's say you break past that. You want to bust outside. Let's say you break past that. She's going to wake up and go to Clicks and get a morning after. Let's say you go past that. She's going to go to Mary Stopes and get rid of the child. There's so many avenues that millions of our sisters are doing. Pelos is made to have been taking morning after pills. Have been on ES men or ES or whatever. They've been. Every gent just naturally just wants to bust a nut. Naturally.
What a root. What a root.
Dealing with consequences.
Yeah.
Because if gents could get that loop, what's that thing that they have?
Yeah.
And that lives for 3 years, the population of the world would die in that 3 years. If James could get a loop and go busting nuts, if James could be a Thanos and do this, and all the kids that they didn't want to have disappear.
No.
Where am I going? Like literally, we just fizzle out. If James could get a loop, but if there's one thing, if James could get a loop, it lasted 3 to 5 years. Oh, Sisabanjena, they knew exactly what they're doing because she didn't say, "Oh, I had an affair with the gardener." She didn't say that.
Yeah.
And she could have been getting snacked by the gardener
as well.
But she's not going to get the gardener's child. And even if she has the gardener's child, guess whose child it is? Even if it's the gardener's child, it's
the rich guy's child. Yeah.
She knows exactly what she was doing.
Okay.
And the reason why she's talking about the boss's wife could be like, "Oh, you cheated. I'm also leaving." She ain't going nowhere.
Nigga got money.
Clearly, nigga got guap. Because nigga cheating, busting loads, and it's not a once-off because it's an affair.
Oh, yeah,
so niggas been busting loads.
Yeah, done. Mara bayahlala. Because of inyu snow it is what it is, man. Shows it.
Angifuna ukuyibuka lezi. But siyabonga guys. Thank you so much, Debs, bro. Thank you, Caesar. It's a Kamubani? Mo.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Mo. We can't wait for you to be in front of the camera and pick your brain. So one of these days, Mo. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Tera. All right, my gents. Out.
We hit for 2 hours. Just stop.
We hit 2 hours. We only hit like an hour, bro.
Never. Hit 2 hours.
2 minutes left.